Aha, Jai the sun. Wonderful. Hello, Meenakshi. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening.
Good
Where
evening.
are you?
I am in Phuket.
Shobha, you're nearby neighborhood.
I'm nearby you. Maybe I can come to talk to see you.
Have you had dinner?
No, no. In some time now, after the call. Okay, where is Faith? Yes. How are you, Faith?
Hi, Dave. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, good, good. Thank you. Good to see you today.
Good to see you
So,
too.
namaste and welcome everyone on today's Sangha Call. It's beautiful here. I am currently in Phuket. It's a lovely, very beautiful place. Has lot many things to offer from a wide variety, like the entire 360-degree things. Like right from lots of indulgence factor in the matrix world to some of the most beautiful and natural places around in the islands and in the jungle, and also the trekking options, and lots of places to find your solidarity and to reflect upon yourself for being alone. So it has the entire world to offer, and I somehow very much like it. Why I like it is because it gives something to everybody. And then it also compels people to make the conscious choices of what path you want to walk into. If you want to walk on the path of more indulgence and traps, or you want to be with yourself, reflect upon yourself, take help of the nature, being connected and indulge in nature as well, and find your conscious being. And the good part is that when you realize that, yeah, you are all prevailing and unshakable consciousness, you have the playground for you to play, to get involved in the matrix world with your purposefulness, with your conscious decision, and not that matrix to trap you. Go, do your work, come back to your own self. And that's the most beautiful thing, because that's what we call in India Leela. Leela means to play the game in the matrix, to do your thing, to do your work, your task, your expected act, but without getting attached, without getting trapped by the matrix. So you don't fear of involving depending on the action, but you don't get attached and you don't get trapped in the matrix. That happens when you always remember, of course, realize and remember that you are absolutely free. You are pure consciousness. And all this world around me of indulgence, of attachments, of matrix is for me just like a playground. That, all right, for example, I'm a good soccer player. I go to the field, I play the game, I come back. But I don't keep playing soccer even on the bed or every time around me, right? Yeah, I go, I do practice also playing soccer. And then I go, I play the match. Right. But a soccer player does not really live on the ground only, that no, 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 this is my field, I need to live here only. No, he knows, because he remembers always that he needs to be in that field only at the time of the play. So the ground does not own him. Any good soccer player knows that. Or the other day, one of my friend over here actually owns a Muay Thai training center, which is something amazing. So the other day I went to see her and I was watching all these people practicing there, and it was amazing. It was really a very beautiful experience for me to watch them, how they are training themselves. And there were a huge place for many people to just practice and two rings. So I saw them that for an hour, they practiced outside of the ring and they warmed up their body. They got into the practice, and then they all went into the ring, having those practice fights, like many people together in the ring. And after, say, 30 minutes of that fight, they were out, and then they were hugging each other, they were chatting, they're hanging out, they were, having good time together. So somehow everybody was clear that the first part was practice, no attachment, a purposeful practice. Second part was a fight, but maybe also a practice fight, or even if there is a real fight, it's just for the ring. And before they make shake hand, and after that they hug. So there is no opponent. So there is no emotional trap, of win or defeat or enmity. They all are friends, right? So this is something very beautiful example of being free while being in the matrix. That you know that you're going in the matrix, but you are not going to be the slave of the matrix. You are not going to be trapped by the matrix. You remain your master while you are in the matrix. You are there for a particular purpose. You are acting upon something specific to achieve a purpose. And after that purpose is on, you are out of the ring. You are in your own space of pure being, pure consciousness. And that is the space we learn during the meditation training, that how you are your home. You are your ultimate home, where you are all safe, you are true, you are easy, and you are it. And that's what we need to aim at, to become your own home, so that you don't seek the home, you don't seek the retreat, you don't seek the refuge outside of you anywhere. Trust me, with my own experience, I am an avid traveler. I have been traveling throughout my entire life. I've never lived at home. I mean, since I think I was like 16 years old, 15 and a half or 16 years old. Since then, I am traveling. I've not been living at home. I somehow feel not very comfortable calling one room or one building or one structure of building home. I've been finding my home first as a seeker and then as a master in myself. And of course, there has been phases in my story. I did not just arrive on this feeling before. Uh, First, I actually, in the beginning of my seeking journey, I realized that this is not my home, where, technically we used to call home, that this is not my home. There's something more in life. Uh, and then I was living in nature, jungles, Himalayas, and then I was calling that place is home, that my home is Himalayas, or my home is near Ganges, or my home is in the woods, in the jungle, or my home is where I can meditate, or where my home is where I can meet my tribe, my like-minded people, or my Sangha, or other meditators. So in this journey, I've been calling various places my home, because that time, those places were giving me comfort and kind of a refuge. And it's amazing. It's amazing that wherever, even if it's the most beautiful place, heaven, even if it is heaven, if you start to identify with it, or if it starts to give you limits in your mind, even the heaven becomes your cage. And this is the most beautiful realization I've had in my life as a seeker and traveler. I love it. I love to call myself a traveler. And it's not about the physical traveling, it's about a traveler essentially knows that his home is nowhere outside, his home is inside. So basically, you don't identify with buildings as your identity, or you don't identify places or structures as your identity, and they don't limit you. Even if you live at the same room, in the same room throughout your life, but you are not caged by it. You are free from it. You are not identified by it. And that is the most important thing. So please understand clearly that essentially I am not asking you to give up your home and go and live somewhere outside or travel. No, that's physical thing. The mind identifies at any place. For many, many years, I have identified myself with ashrams or with the spiritual communities I've been living in. But again, that becomes the cage if that starts to put limit in your mind. So I've crossed that also. And then realized that the home is inside. The home is you. The home has to be you. Because what is the home? The home is where you find your ultimate refuge. After that, there is no other place to go. That's the final home. And that you need to find in yourself. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, in whatever situation you are living, and whatever place you are living, you will be home. And when you will be home like this, any moment, all the moment, nothing can shake you, because this gives you great strength. You are always grounded. You are always established within yourself. And this is exactly the role of the consciousness. That the consciousness gives you your ultimate home. Right? And when you find that, you know the entire restlessness or need to go here and there finishes. And then when you travel, because of course the physical body needs some traveling, needs some movement, because physically we are made of 70% water, and water has to keep flowing. But you're restful. So you don't travel with restlessness, you travel with restfulness inside. Everybody who has done 300 hours with me knows this power of restfulness. We speak a lot on restfulness in 300 hours. Because this restfulness is actually creates a platform for being at home, you know? And we can develop that. So today, I would like to invite you to realize that how your consciousness can be restful when you find your home inside you. And that happens when you become free from the traps and attachments this world of matrix provides you. And to become free, you also can become free from the identifications it provides. And then your mind is not trapped. Then you are living the same life everybody is living, but something inside is already beautifully changed. Then you're living free. Then you're living restful. Then you're living unshakable. And then you're living as a true master of your own being, which cannot be shaken. and how beautiful that life is. I am experiencing it. I am living it for many years. I can really vouch on it. I can tell you, and that's why I'm actually kind of inviting you to come on this side. Kind of, hey guys, I'm here. Yeah, your friend. Please come this side. It's beautiful. I'm really telling you. It's not about grass is greener on the other side because you are not going in the search of any other side. I'm inviting you to go in, to be in you. I'm inviting you actually to a space where after that, there is no other side remains. So you don't see grass is greener at that other side because you see that all the grass is here. It's green, it's blue, it's black, it's yellow, it's burned, it's flowering, it's there, it's not there. Whatever I want to make of it, I can make of it because this is the only space, right? And it's so empowering and it's so freedom giving. It's so freedom giving, right? And in all of my calls, actually, I just try to repeatedly remind you again and again in all my calls that hey, this is your true space of this consciousness. Every time I try to tell you another dimension of it, every time I try to tell you another way, probably I don't know what hits the mind, what what makes sense to your mind. So every time I try to give you a different example. And if you remember now, all those people who have been attending my calls regularly or watch them later also, that whatever I start with or whatever example I give or whatever I speak, whatever is the topic, I always come back to this, come back to be in your pure conscious space, come back to be your own true master, come back to be realize that you are pure consciousness and nothing else can contaminate you, can make you impure because you are pure, you are divine, you are that simple soul, simple consciousness. You know, like in our training, we learn simple, pure, divine. Right? Good. Isn't it? It makes sense. Right. Anybody wants to share anything related with this? Let's hear from Vivi first because, oh, sorry, Faith, I'll come back to
I'm
you.
fine.
Because Vivi has been traveling for 2, 3 months now. Let us hear what she has to say related with this.
Yeah, sorry for getting kicked out a few minutes ago, but my Wi-Fi connection in the restaurant was so terribly bad. Um, I'm actually pretty excited right now. I went to Vietnam because my Thailand visa ran out and I had to leave the country for 5 weeks. And I kind of set myself on a like self retreat. So I booked a hotel room for myself and decided to stay for like 2 weeks only on my own, doing trips on my own. Because I feel like if you're like backpacking around, you always get to know people and you're never for yourself. And I feel like I need to get like a vision for my life, also think about going back to Germany, think about the work in Thailand, just like do some vacation, travel around a little bit. And I actually enjoyed quite more. Also texted me Nashi about it yesterday. I really feel like the time for myself really brings me back into my like daily routine, like waking up, having breakfast, doing my meditation, doing yoga, working a little bit for a few hours, and just like finding a schedule that I like can continue when I'm back in Germany. So right now I feel like very settled and full of energy and also like pretty motivated for the future. So it kind of brings me back on track to be in Vietnam and just like do a little vacation and not like working all day, because I feel like in Thailand I got a little stuck in having 3 jobs, just like running around, trying to earn some money. And I feel like right now it's a very good part of my life and also a good start in the new year because I started traveling on the 2nd of January. So I'm kind of in a very, very good mood right now. And also looking forward to meet you in a few weeks, actually. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I'm very happy actually to hear this, that somehow now for last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you are starting to have more restful time and not running around and enjoying.
Yes, I'm also. I think it's important to like take some. Also, there's a weird noise. I hope it's not too loud.
Yeah.
I think it's very healthy to take some time and just like think about life and get some distance from the daily routine. I think it's pretty important to do like sometimes if you have the chance for it.
All right. And how is your conscious being is doing inside? Is it happy?
I'm Yes, I feel like it was very unbalanced for quite a while. So like especially in the end of last year, I kind of got lost and lost a little bit of my like also the self-reflection because I never took time to be for myself and just think about life. And now I really try to like also reflect my feelings, reflect like my daily routine, how I spend my energy, what I want to spend my energy on. So I'm actually very, very happy and cautious about what I'm doing and where I want to go.
Beautiful. This sounds amazing. I like it.
Me too, me too. I'm very surprised. I didn't expect it to turn out that great. I really thought, okay, I'm gonna put myself in this like alone me time, but I thought it wouldn't have like such a big impact as it has.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear this. And this is why I always say, even during my training, that after completing the training for 6 months, you will be facing so many things, because it's going to shift lots of energy, dynamics inside you, how your life is going in this world, how world is treating you, how you are taking it. And what happens that our mind is a rotationary functioning machine. In my book Beyond Karma and the Light also it is written. And so mind wants, even after the training and you have absorbed so much of energy, that of course those days you don't realize it that much, but and mind wants to function with its own habit like before, that okay. But when you do that, you realize, no, something is changing. And it takes a while, like 2 months, 3 months, and you realize that something has really changed inside you and you are a different person altogether now. And I want you to identify and recognize it as soon as possible, because once you recognize your changed self, you can realize that and you can start living that. And when you start living from that space of your changed self, your more cautious self, you will see life is amazing because the energy is coming in a very different way now. And you have a different kind of magnet to attract it. And you have a different kind of processing system inside you to manage it or to process it. And it is giving you much more powerful and beautiful and creative results. Those creatives which probably you have not thought of. Right? Everybody should always remember that creativity is a part of divine blessing. If you are finding in your life that you are being more creative, or more creative results are coming, which are like something beautiful, you have never thought of them like this, but this is more beautiful and creative. This means already you are in that flow of divine blessing. You are receiving that simple, pure divine. So divine connection is increasing. You are in that. So make use of it in a more aware manner, right? It would be beautiful. Hold that energy. Don't leak it away. We have already learned, and people who are on the training, they're already learning how not to leak the energy you have received, So this creativity is the sign of divine blessing always. Okay? Great, Vivi. I hope to see you soon.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it.
Great, great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yes, Faith, over to you now.
Hi, Dave. Yeah, what you're saying has really resonated with me, partly because for a lot of my younger adult life, I was traveling. This was my passion, but I always did it with a slight feeling of unease. And I know that I loved it, but I also carried sort of a burden with it. I can't really explain. And I've been thinking recently, oh, I'd love to go back now. I'd love to go traveling now because I don't feel like I'm in the same space. So it's funny that I've just been thinking this literally in the last 2 days, and then you talk about it. The other thing that I wanted to share was that I've had quite a tough time, partly fighting for my son. It's a long story, but he didn't have a school and he has special needs, blah, blah, blah. And because it's really hard to get what you need to support these children, I became like this warrior, fighting, angry, always like feeling hard done by, worried about him, everything, and sort of very overloaded with this sort of negative feelings, but also slightly watching myself and thinking that I don't want to behave like that. I don't want to feel like that. And I think it really sort of pushed me sort of to meditate more, because I really saw the difference when I did, and also to just to connect more with sort of spiritual teachings and stuff like that. So over maybe the last 6 months, I've really sort of focused myself much more on that journey. And it's really interesting to see where I am now. Like, I'm much calmer. And also things are starting to happen and starting to flow without the fight. It doesn't mean that I don't try things, but I can really feel that in myself, that shift. And yeah, so what you've been saying just totally resonated really with me on many levels.
Beautiful, Faith. Beautiful. Guys who don't know Faith, some new people are there. So we met first in 2019, and Faith helped me organize a training in London at her mom's place. And since then, it is like we are a family. Like, I always considered her, I was too close to her mom, and she just left her body 2 years ago, I think. But I was really close to her, and also to Faith and her son. And so, yes, Faith, I've been seeing your journey and your, I won't say struggles, because I still name them hustle. You are a great hustler. See, it's our attitude. Whatever we need to do in life, and especially you have a son with special needs, whatever we need to do in life, and there is no other way around it, never call them struggles, because this is the way through. Okay. So these are hustles of life, and you're a great hustler.
I am. I
Right.
recognize that.
And you are a great winner also, because, for example, I just started this talk by giving the example of this Muay Thai gym and training school. And I saw these beautiful people, like they were like 50, 50 people from all over the world. That was the most beautiful part of it, that they were not Thai people. They were all international people from different countries in the world, more than 50 people, a huge space. And then I saw them in the ring, I saw them practicing, then I saw them in the ring, and then I saw them chilling out together. In the ring, there was great aggression. There was great aggression, huge amount of aggression, because this is what is needed. Because it's a martial art, right? And you need to show aggression. You are hitting each other. Uh, and immediately after, so before in the ring, there was preparation, probably some nervousness, probably some preparational thing, and blah, blah, blah. When they went into the ring, it was huge aggression, force, power, skills, whatever they have learned in their training, the time to use it. And the moment out of the ring, again, cool, calm, hanging out, chill, knowing that no, that was just a part of it. So similarly, I don't ask you not to show your aggression or not to feel aggression when it is need to. Please do it. But from this space, and that's why it's very important to find your home inside you, because that home is your space of ultimate peace, which nobody and nothing can shake. So when you are in the world of the matrix, that's your playground, that's your ring. You need to use your skills, you need to use your training before getting into the ring. Probably you are feeling little nervous, that is also okay. But the moment you become seasoned player, that you have been in the ring thousands of times, so you don't feel nervous anymore. That's okay. And you are going to the ring, You are playing your game, you are showing your aggression, or you're showing your skills, you are doing whatever needs to be done. But once that episode is over, or for example, maybe you are going interacting with few officials in some government office or whatever you need to do, you're doing, you're making all your effort, you are doing all your hustle. But once that episode is over, you're back your home, you're back in your peaceful space, you're back in your conscious being. And you know that you are not in the ring all the time. You're free from the ring. So you are free from that space of aggression. You are free from that space of hustle. Knowing that, yeah, whenever you need to go in the ring again, you can go. Whenever you need to hustle again, you can hustle, and it's okay. And
I
then,
think
yeah, it is all very beautiful, because then that hustle does not become the struggle. What becomes the struggle? The base, the struggle is born with the idea that we are not free from that hustle. We are captured by that struggle. But the moment we can create the space separate, we know that this is my field of hustle and this is my field or space of peace, then the struggle, you finish all your struggles. The struggle is finished. Right?
yeah.
Yes, Faith, what you were saying.
Well, no, I think that's exactly right. And I think now I can get angry and I can get annoyed and all these things, but it's so much more conscious,
Beautiful.
you know. And so I can even, the other day I was talking very fast because I was annoyed about something to someone official. And she said, I can't understand you because you're speaking fast. And I said, I know, I'm really sorry, but I'm feeling quite angry right now. So it was a kind of like much more, rather than just being in it, I was kind of able to see it
Yeah.
and also not be attached to it in a way, like just be freer of it. And already that helped in that conversation. So I think, yeah, I don't not use it. I just more conscious of it, which feels healthier anyway.
Wow. Wonderful,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Yes. This is what is being of your master. And when you can master your anger, actually you can use it just for the creative purpose. I call it creative anger. That when the reason is finished, anger is also finished. It is gone. Because there was no real anger. It was just the force to complete that task. And that is it. Right? This is what we need to know. So we don't need to finish the force. I mean, forget, I'm not that kind of meditation master who say, oh, a meditator must not show anger, must not feel anger. No, it's a natural human capacity. Don't finish it. It's a power. Right? Master it. Simple as that. So I want all of you to just be a very natural human being with all your natural skills and natural instincts, but being a master of them. That would be different. Okay. Finishing all the forces and all the capacities which make you strong is not good. No, 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 no. We don't want that peace which comes out of compulsion of weakness. No. We want peace which is very strong. The strength has to improve. A conscious human is very strong. Nothing can shake him. Remember when they were crucifying Jesus, even on the cross, he was all conscious. He was not weak. He was very strong. We need that kind of strength. Then nothing can shake it, right? Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Faith. I'm very happy. Great. All right. Who else wants to share something?
Hello.
Hi, Meenakshi.
Hi, everybody. It's
Share,
interesting.
introduce yourself with the Sangha
Oh,
first. Some new people.
I'm Meenakshi from Malaysia. Actually, it's very interesting today. I found the whole sharing of yours had so many messages that resonated to me because the one that really picked up my mind was the part of creation, being creative. It's unique because I had goosebumps when you said that because my business name is Creative Victory. So I was like, where did I get this name from? Actually, I didn't realize it, but right now I realize that It was just something that came from the universe without me realizing it. And I, being innocent, really, I said creative because I am a person who loves creativity. But I also said it as victory because I thought everything that you create creatively actually leads to some form of victory. So whatever it is it big victory, small victory, doesn't matter. And then the fact that I feel that I'm very much free now in many ways. My attachments, surprisingly, I have very little attachments with so many things. I used to be very, very attached to family and close friends, and now I'm just finding it odd. Actually, for a few days ago, I was thinking like, is there something wrong with me? Because I'm not as attached as before. Like I used to worry so much every time my parents go out traveling, and then like it's so many things playing in my head. But I don't know, it's this whole trip to India that sort of made me realize that sometimes you just need to go on your own journey to actually discover how much attachments you have and like where you can actually let it go. Um, and Vivi is traveling from country to country. I'm traveling within my country. So literally, I keep traveling because I keep finding this need of being in my own space. I like what Master is telling, that we think that the room is where we belong, but I somehow the feel like I can go traveling, come back, and then I said, "No, I'm finding for something else." And then I keep traveling. But every place I went to, somehow that gave me new meanings, new realizations. And then I started feeling very free inside. So now it just seems to be, if I get angry, I get angry. I just accept it because I'm only human. I just told myself. But I would also do a reflection and say, like, was it even worth getting angry? Like, why did I get angry? Why did I let something trigger me? So that's how I learned my lessons of where I should actually allow somebody's nonsense actually trigger my anger or whatever the emotions are. And I I don't know, but I think I'm enjoying meditation more than ever before, so that I to keep track with all these meditations, because there's so many meditations that we learned in Rishikesh. And now when I'm counting it, I'm like, holy cow, I cannot even finish practicing it every day. So I started off doing something called 66 days of challenge. So every day I would practice one meditation just to learn and remember back uh, what it means to do this particular meditation. Reason why I started doing it, because I was afraid of forgetting the meditations. To be very frank, there's some meditations you enjoy, so you keep doing it, and then when we go back, we're like, "Oh my God, what did I do with this meditation?" So that was one of the reason, and another reason because I did teach a few people different meditations, and their responses actually made me realize that I enjoy teaching meditation. And it's really, really very, very nice to see people growing, improving. And when they come back with so many good messages, and that's actually a blessing. So I'm actually so glad to be part of Soulversity family. And this is a family, a tribe that I love. Truly, truly love. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for the sharing, Meenakshi. Wonderful. And I know that you're doing great work, and so many people are also getting uh, the taste of meditation through you. And I'm very happy. I'm actually very happy always whenever all the students they go and they start sharing. And I want to also ask all the students previously who have completed the training that we already have this practice go group, the Sangha meditation group, and you guys are welcome to offer your meditations to practice if you don't feel very confident. confident, because this is exactly why we run this Sangha meditation group. So please do that. And before offering the meditation, it's important that you attend some Sangha meditation every day. We do it on Monday to Friday in the students' call. So you attend them and see how other people are doing, and then you offer. So this, I would like to ask everybody who has completed the training to just offer and make use of this practice group. That is one. Second, right, Meenakshi, the way you said, and for years and years, and it's a myth or it's a very wrong understanding in common people in the world that attachment is equal to care and responsibility. And understanding that it is not makes you free. Attachment is not care. Attachment is not being responsible. Attachment is a self-satisfaction mechanism to make yourself somehow full. So even actually, if you could not care enough for something, or if you don't feel satisfied that you are able to care enough or handle things very much responsibility enough on something, you start worrying about it, and you feel that your worrying is equal to your care. And worry comes from attachments, and worrying about something is not equal to care, but this is subconsciously you feel that if you worry, that means you care, or if you worry, that means you are responsible. And that's the problem. And most of the people remain stuck in worrying part and actually don't care enough what they need to. Because if you really care enough or care truly, you would be not like a worrying role player, maybe a role of a mother or a sister or a daughter or a teacher or a friend or whatever it is. But you will be a careful coach. Like a coach understands that what it needs to give. Probably it may needs to make the person to train hard. So he needs to be more um, not that soft, but more tough on person sometimes soft, sometimes loving, sometimes strict. You will be that because that is real care. And that is you will be able to fulfill your responsibility properly because you will know the purpose of responsibility. For example, you are raising a child. The purpose of your responsibility to raise a good human, a overall strong, happy, skillful, independent human. That's your responsibility. But if you're only worrying and you're not doing those things which can create an overall healthy, happy, responsible, independent, skillful human, you may keep calling yourself the best mother of the world or Instagram. Actually, that will not work. Right? It is just your own ego satisfaction, but it's not doing the job. Okay, so the best mother, you don't need to be actually the best mother or best role player on Instagram. You need to be the responsible and caring role player in your real life, because that will bring your creativity, that will make you more cautious, and that will make you free of attachments and worries also, because you will know that whatever you can do, you're doing, and you are not God, and you cannot change the world. And even if you try doing that, it will create more mess in your life. We all have had that examples in our life. That whenever you try to control the world, it makes more mess in your life. Right? That's a big thing.
Agreed.
That it's always happened, and you always need to remember it. Right? So caring for somebody or something or being responsible for something is not equal to worrying and not equal to attachments. The moment you understand that, you will become free and you will be more responsible, more caring. Look at any of the master in the history. maybe Jesus, maybe Buddha, maybe Sai Baba, or thousands in India. They were very aware, they were very much caring, they were very much responsible in whatever they were doing in life. But they were never worried, not even worried about what is happening to them. They were never attached, but they were purely loving. Right? That's what we need to be. We have clear direction. We have clear examples in front of us. Right? Make sense? Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, Meenakshi, for such a wonderful sharing. And yeah, anybody, newcomer who was joining the call first time, want to share something or ask something? Yes, Urjula? Please unmute yourself. Urjula, you need to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you.
Mute. Here we are. Yeah, that's better. It's quite interesting that you mentioned the concept of Leela, because that's something that I was contemplating on.
Please introduce yourself with the Sangha first and then ask.
Oh, right. So my name is Ursula, and I'm just started the online training. I've been meditating for quite some time, but I've been a bit of a traveler with my meditations, trying various things. And what appeared to me from Seoul University, that obviously this is actually promoted, supported, that sort of attitude is supported. And so I thought, well, I've got to join this concept and see what it brings into my life. But I was thinking about, yes, you mentioned Leela, and I was contemplating upon Leela, the concept of Leela, for quite a few days last week. And then I thought, well, this is fairly easy. I can quite easily implement that into my everyday life, in my conscious waking life. And then suddenly that sickness struck me, where you feel so helpless. And there is just nothing. You actually question everything that you believe in. And I think when you are faced with these harder challenges, maybe sickness, conflict, etc., I think it's very important, especially if you are still at the beginning of your journey, to have the tools. And quite interesting that you compare our fight to Muay Thai, the often on the ring. It's a very skillful sport. And it's so crucial that we have the tools in our tool belt that we can reach for. And yesterday, certain breathing exercises really put me into some sort of state of relaxation, if I can call it like that, but only because I was able to reach for that. Otherwise, my suffering would have been just extended for much longer. So that's one thing. And another bit of observation from with regards to the traveling, I often wondered, why do I never feel anywhere at home? And exactly what you described, just moving. I don't like being in one place for longer than a few weeks, so I tend to just move. I set up my life so I don't have to be in one place for more than a few weeks. And I think our society kind of expects us to be grounded, physically grounded. So you do question yourself whether there's something wrong with me and with my attitude, and you seek for something. So my second step was that location of that grounding in a concept. So I was quite happy when I started meditating Goenka's Vipassana, because it's the whole very worldwide concept where there are dhammas all around the world, and you don't have to be in one place, and you can just go from one place to another. And I thought to myself, well, at last I belong to a concept. But it's quite interesting what you said, that it began as your journey began as this traveling, physical traveling, and then led you on to assigning yourself more to a concept or ashram, but in the end, the ultimate discovery is to find the home within yourself, which I think I still have a little bit of a journey ahead of me. So yes, just a couple of things.
Wonderful. So, yes, thanks for sharing. So, the first thing about Leela, well, you have actually touched upon a very important point, and that's why I actually invite you guys to speak so that it gives me more opportunity to explain different things and make it more easy for you. So, yeah, as you said, that it's very important to have the access to the tools when so that you can use them when you need them. And that's exactly why I want to make meditation and meditation practices, and that's what I've been doing throughout my life. I want to make it so easy and accessible to everybody in the world that they would have the access to the tools, these energy tools, whenever they need. And they're simple things. For thousands and thousands of years, or maybe millions and millions of years, all these meditators, I don't know, they have been meditating, but somehow uh, they have made the entire thing look very complicated. And a normal human is afraid of being a meditator. I don't know why and how it happened. And I'm damn sure that nobody have intended it ever, because all the meditation masters, they were the most compassionate and loving masters I know. But somehow, uh, the path of meditation has become very kind of not a normal thing, not a routine of life, while it must be. It should be taught in the schools, it should be taught in the families, it should be taught in the childhood, that this is one of a major thing. Like you teach kids just to take shower or have food, or similarly to meditate and different tools. And that's exactly the mission of our Sangha, all of you guys, to just make it so simple and presentable and achievable and doable in a practical manner to everybody in the world, so that everybody have the access to those tools. So actually, you have again reminded and mentioned our mission collectively, or the Sangha, all of us are actually together in this. And I would actually want everybody to have this as one of the mission of their life, because then it would be amazing, because this is the real thing you can do to create a beautiful world around you, to give it back to life, to give it back to the world, to make the human life happy, right? And it would be awesome if everybody of you join in this. So I take this opportunity to say this one thing. Second is about when you mentioned about Leela, and when you say that, yeah, you thought that, oh, that's easy, I could pretty much practice it. And then suddenly you are stuck with the sickness, and then all the Leela goes away. And then you needed the tool. And this is amazing. This happens. It's very common. It happens. Why it happens? Because the moment mind understands something, mind always is in the hurry to announce. It wants to announce. It wants to say, oh, yeah, I can play Leela now. Right, great. But amazing thing is, the moment mind announce something, life takes exam. And this is also so automated. This is so amazing, because that keeps our ego at check, and that gives us the reality check that, yeah, we need to grow in this dimension. So the moment your mind announces something, the universe gives you exam. And that actually is the chance. So if you want to grow, I've been using this trick in my life always. So I'm revealing this beautiful trick to all of you today, that whenever you want to grow into some dimension, announce it. And life will give you exam. And be really aware of it, that exam will come and I have to cross it. And if you have crossed that exam successfully, if you have passed it, you are grown in that dimension. This happens. It's the quickest way. And I actually keep doing it, and I kept my life so much inviting of exams in my entire life, and I keep doing it right now also. Lots of exams, lots of exams. But yeah, it's a game. I love to play it, because there is no time to waste. Do you know how long you're gonna live? There's no time to waste. So when the exam comes, don't feel fearful. Feel excited about the exams. If you have developed that attitude, that you're excited about the exams, does not matter that you're going to pass or fail. Even if you fail, you will practice, and then you again can invite the exam. Again, you can become a better player at it, right? But never be afraid of the exams. That is the first thing. Develop that attitude, and then it's great. Because you face the exam, and somehow you try to find a solution to come out of it. And then you access the tools, you did your breath work, you felt better. So you face the exam, right? But when our mind gets bugged with the exam and feel fearful or feeling anxiety or feel the complaint, then you cannot really look for the solutions, because then you're trapped. Then you're trapped in the matrix. So exam is also the tool of the matrix to trap you back. Be free of it. Even if you fail the exam, be free of the matrix. That's your attitude that you can have. That's the attitude of the winner. Like just Meenakshi shared about creative victory. These are the small victories. Even decided that, okay, you will not be afraid of the exam is already a victory. As simple as that. Right. Now, the third thing in that is when you said, okay, you can play the Leela, life has given you the exam, you got into the hard situation, the sickness come, you still can play the Leela. The trick is ask yourself, who is sick? Who is sick? Only this body is sick. You are not the sickness, and you are not this body. The moment you realize that you are not this body, you are the pure consciousness inside, which is living through this body. And only body is sick, you are not sick. You become free of the sickness. And then you realize that this body has to be sick because it is part of the matrix. And it has to face all the attacks of and exams of the matrix. And it will take its own time to recover. There is no magic, and it's okay. So the moment you accept that, you are free from the sickness, and you are free from the irritation of the sickness of your body also. And then you can still play the Leela in the sickness, because sickness is also part of the Leela. How you are going through the sickness, how you're allowing your body to go through the sickness is part of the Leela. You can make that a Leela. And then you will see how beautifully your body will recover. And during the entire process of sickness, you will still be free of the sickness, because you are not the sickness and you are not this body. And your body is sick and you know it and you accept it, and you will take care of your body. Whatever it needs to be done, you will do it. But you are not sickness. And your pure consciousness will keep shining. Right? Interesting, isn't it?
It is. Thank
Very interesting. Yeah. So next time anybody gets into any hard situation or exam, remember, you're not this body. This body is going through this, but you're not that. And you will need to do whatever needs to be done to take care of your body. And that's okay. That's great. Right? Wonderful. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody wants to say anything? Ask. Hey, Fernanda, how are you? We have a
Hi, hello. Hi. So I'm good. It's a blessing to hear you today, because I'm probably gonna cry because I just came back from Brazil, just entered the flat and then connected because I didn't have the charge to, or the battery to listen to the call while I was on the train on the way back. So I'm very happy to hear, because coming back is very hard for me, as you know. And so it's the blessing that we have this call today, because it's really like, my time here in Germany is coming to an end, but I still need to finish it, and it's like very hard. And it's my mom's birthday, so we were celebrating yesterday. And then I'm thinking, oh shit, why am I not with her? Let's hope this is the last time, and then from now on we can celebrate together. We don't need to say goodbye anymore. Like, for the ones who don't know, it's been 10 years I'm living in Germany, and I'm done with this. When I need to say goodbye, it's very hard, and life here didn't go as I planned. And then now I'm planning to move again. But I meditated a lot yesterday, because normally I get into an emotional state, which is kind of taking me a bit on edge. And then yesterday I meditated for more than an hour, and then I was in the meditation doing some chakra alignment, and then thinking about why I'm coming back, and then what is the mission, and that the mission is more important than how comfortable I feel, because of course then I wanted to stay, but then I still need to go to India. I want to finish the 300 hours. We have some plans also that we discussed. So this is a mission that is bigger than me. And I think it makes easier for me to just play the Leela, as you just mentioned. So it's really, thank you for the words. And it's, very helpful to be in the call today. I'm very happy to see everyone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, listen to the entire call later. Even if you arrived late, we have this beautiful saying in India which says that even if I have arrived late, but I have arrived for sure. And that's very important.
Yeah. And I didn't have the charge. I had 3% when I arrived, and then I plugged, and now I'm plugged. I'm plugged with the charger, and then I'm holding the phone, but then it's at least I made it a little bit.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Good. Thank you, Fernanda, for sharing such a beautiful feeling, and great. Thank you. And happy birthday to your mom. I love her. She's so lovely.
Yeah, I will tell her.
Yeah. Great. Yes. Yes, Pavni, what you were saying?
Namaste. I wanted to just add to the fact that you were saying sickness is to the not to the body. It's only to the body and not to me. So more major important decisions of my life have happened when I was sick. When the body became sick, my alertness of my consciousness was very high. It took me in the right direction. I just wanted to share that.
That's that's a very interesting fact. And this actually happens.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I have experienced this also many times, that when I was sick and also lying on the bed and could not move, I saw the world in a very different dimension. And actually, that gave me lots and lots of understanding and deeper understanding about the world, about the relationship, about the people around me, about how I can, make my life more purposeful and all that stuff. And also, I actually saw this with my younger brother also happening. He's 5 years younger to me, but most of the time, in his real young age, lived with me. And then in a very young age, he got slip disc. And we used to do software export that time. I was not in the dedicated spiritual time. I used to do the software export business, and he used to assist me long ago. And then suddenly, and he used to be my main project manager. And suddenly he got bedridden. So for 6 months, he was on bed. 6 months, it was a huge time. And for a young boy who has so much of energy and stuff. And he was also trying to do as much as he can by lying on the bed and whatever. But he recovered very fast, because, and after that, he started taking care of himself a lot, his body and stuff. He became very much fitness aware and all that stuff. But I have seen, and he also has realized that after he got out of bed, he was a different person completely, very mature, very, very calm, very understanding, very deep, as a child. I mean, he was really young, and you cannot really expect that kind of depth and that kind of level of understanding and maturity from the child of that age. But just lying on the bed, he also says that he understood the entire life on a very different perspective. And also he has taken so many decisions, or actually thought about his life that this is how he wants to create it during that time of lying down on the bed, and he did that. And it was the best decision. So that's really true what you have also shared, because I have seen that happening in front of me with his life and also in my life many times. So yeah, guys, so uh, actually we say this in a spiritual dimension, we say this, that whenever we have lots of troubles happening in our life, it is somehow like you are digging out a hole, a pit, and taking the mud out just to sow a seed. The life is actually digging you in to take out the mud, to sow a seed deep inside you. And then when you come back out of that trouble times, it is like you have covered the entire place with the mud back again, and you have nurtured it. And now that seed will sprout and will flower. Just wait. And this happens all the time. And we all have got some experience related to that. But the thing is, if we keep complaining about those trouble time, or while going through those trouble time, keep complaining, then you are trapped. Then you are not taking care of the seed. You are not allowing it to nurture. Right? But when we just look at the other dimension and become free and see, hey, you are not this trouble. And you're going through this, your body is going through this because yet you are part of the matrix and it has to go through this, but inside you are absolutely free and you remain cautious about it. It does wonders. Right? Thank you, Pavni. Wonderful, wonderful call. Okay. Thank you, guys. So it's been already more than 1 hour. We'll do a small meditation, 10 minutes, and then we will complete the call for today. So everybody just sit easy, straight, keep your mobile phones wherever you can. Close your eyes, be very relaxed. Feel very comfortable and very calm within you. Keep sitting the way you are sitting, no problem. And then just feel as if you are talking to yourself from within, deep within yourself. You're talking to yourself. And you're saying to yourself that I am pure consciousness. And feel this deep inside you, in your entire body, in your depths of your being. I am pure consciousness. I am pure consciousness. I am always absolutely free. I'm always absolutely free. I'm always absolutely free. I play Leela in this world of Maya, Matrix. I play Leela in this world of Matrix, Maya. I play Leela in this world of Maya, Matrix. Feel this in the depths of your being. Keep feeling this. Any thought, any other feeling comes, just say, I am free. I'm always absolutely free. Slowly take 3 deep breaths. Feeling this pure consciousness and absolute freedom inside. And slowly move your fingers and toes. Put your hands together and rub them. Place them on your eyes. Gently open your eyes. And rub the hands back on your face and on your body. Namaste. It was a wonderful call. And I hope you guys wish a very nice time ahead, full of consciousness and joy and happiness. I see you in the next call. Keep meditating, keep spreading the light.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hug.